Okay, we are back. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with the always lovely and talented Andrea Kay, the always incredible Urban Miaris, and we have our first in-studio guest with us. Welcome, Pauline Gourdie from the ranch at Bandy Canyon. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Excellent.
Yes. Welcome. So tell us about the Bandy Canyon Ranch.
Bandy Canyon Ranch is a unique ranch set in the San Pasqual Valley. We offer weddings, events, corporate. We have an equestrian centre with 24 horses.
Wow.
We do trail rides daily, lessons, camps. And we pretty much provide a tranquil experience to the North County area, and from people as far as Los Angeles come to visit, and also from the East Coast. We attract a lot of people from all over the United States. And
Great.
From Scotland.
Great.
Yeah. And I thought she was from Texas with that accent, right? What an amazing place, just nestled in, Southern California and in San Diego County. It's, to get away from the beach, even for locals, I guess. You know, I would love to go there and just get, and relax and get away from it all, and to have it be in our backyard. I mean, that's just... sigh.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful site. We attract a lot of people just from the local area, Rancho Bernardo, Carlsbad, Oceanside. The people just want to come out and they visit us for a trail or a lesson, and they get to experience the ranch and see what's actually there. It really is a hidden gem.
Well, I think one of the most important things we want to let our listeners know is, since you have a resort for events and for getaways and what have you, tell our listeners where it's located.
It's located off the 15. You can take either Pomerado Road or Via Ranchero. You would basically head towards the Wild Animal Park. We're located just 2 miles from the Wild Animal Park off the 78. The easiest way we tell our guests is just follow the 78 for the Wild Animal Park, continue going, and take a right on Bandy Canyon Road. Okay,
so I can come up there. I can drop off my out-of-town guests over there at the Wild Animal Park and come and relax over at Bandy Canyon in the next week or two, right?
You absolutely can. We'll put you on a horse as well.
When are we going?
I want to see Barry on a horse.
I
used to own a horse.
Well, I know you own a horse for the carry ride.
No, I own a horse now, but I owned a horse. I had my first horse back in 1993. When I lived up in Escondido at my first house, I had a little horse ranch up there.
Yeah, okay. Well, then he has no excuse not to take us urban and take Close-Up up there and ride some horses.
No excuses, excuses.
I'll tell you what, I went down to Urban Skincare and I got the first facial of my life, but I've been riding horses for a long time.
Oh, well, awesome.
Well, giddy up there.
Yeah, let's go have an event up there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Bandy Canyon.
Yeah. Now, can we also stay overnight there?
You can, yes. We have 13 cabins. They all have their own individual design inside. They're all beautiful in their own way. They all have a small kitchenette area and bathroom, shower, and living area and bedroom. So they're all different in size. They accommodate from 2 to 6 people. And what we've done with the ranch since we got the property was basically refine what was there and bring it up to today's standards.
Great. Well, back in the green room, you told a great story of the history of the ranch. Okay, why don't you tell our listeners?
Sure. The ranch gets its name, Bandy Canyon Ranch, from a gentleman called Mr. John Bandy, who actually got the property in the land grab in the late 1800s. He sold the property on to Mr. William Thompson, who had the property and brought in dairy and cattle farm. He brought a lady in to cook for him, and her name was Justine Fenton. And Justine Fenton she was a widow from Idaho. She had to put her 3 children into an orphanage in San Francisco, and she got this job to work for Mr. Thompson down at the ranch. Eventually, bit by bit, she was able to convince Mr. Thompson to bring her children to work at the ranch also, and she brought... Latterly, she brought her son, who was 14 years of age, to be a ranch hand. Mr. Thompson lost the property. He became bankrupt, and this 14-year-old boy had left his heart at the ranch, and he saved up his money. And at the age of 29, he went back and he purchased the property.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
So that was Henry Fenton.
Yeah. Is this the same Fenton family? They have a lot of property down in Mission Valley, some of the shopping centers?
I believe the Fenton engineering firm that's very familiar in San Diego. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. I had no idea that history.
So, and this is just
because I recognize the Fenton name.
Yeah.
What kind of events are held at your facility, and how large can the events be?
Well, that's a very good story. Our question, the weddings and events that we have generally average a size of 130 to 150 guests. We can, however, we have 144-acre property. We have a large soccer field on the property also, so we can host events. And in fact, when Fenton had the ranch, they had a 3,000-person event. So
wow.
Our mission is really to replicate that. And those events were very much about the community. Fenton, because of his upbringing, and he'd obviously had quite a poor upbringing, he wanted to give so much back to the community, and he used to invite kids out to the camp from orphanages to camp out at the ranch.
Aww.
And also invited the local schools to use the pool, because we have a large pool and spa there also. And so he wanted to give that back. So he used to host these huge community events where the local farmers would provide the meat, and his ranch hands would grill, and just a huge community event. So one day we would love to do that.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I bet photographers just love to come out there and shoot.
Oh yeah, we get calls on a daily basis, calls and emails requesting to come out and take some pictures out of the ranch, because the backdrop is just phenomenal.
That's great. That's great. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170, theanswer.com. Give us a tweet at CloseUpSD. Email me at barry@closeupsandiego.com, or find our page on Facebook. We want to hear from you. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with Andrea Kay, Urban Miaris, and our guest is Pauline Gourdie from the ranch at Bandy Canyon. So 144 acres, 100 plus years old, lots of history. Any great stories of anything that's happened there?
Well,
remember we're a rated G show.
Yeah.
We can go PG.
We're going
we
PG?
can.
Okay, PG's good. Well, if I bring it up to today's times, we're trying to introduce more and more events, and this year we held our first Rabbie Burns event. Now, for those of the non-Scottish ancestry, there's a very famous poet called Robert Burns, and he dates back to the early 1800s. We have in Scotland, we have an event every year to celebrate his birthday, which is on January 25th. So this year we held our very first Rabbie Burns event with 150 people. We had a full pipe band who piped the whole way down the driveway.
Oh, wow.
The sound resonated the whole way through the valley. It was really quite phenomenal. In preparation for the event, which we were all very excited about, a tree which was preserved, because we have very, very lush surroundings. One of the trees that was preserved decided to fall flat in the pavilion area.
Oh, no.
But fortunately, no one was injured. None of the structural property was damaged.
Oh.
We were very, very lucky, but it was literally 2 hours before the event. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was a little bit of a hairy, scary moment.
Oh yeah, that'll make you reach for the cookie dough.
Yeah.
You know, in panic.
So if someone wanted to come out just to check it out, see what it's like, can they just come out for a couple hours?
Absolutely.
Can they have lunch there?
No, we don't have lunch right now. That's something that we would like to bring into the fold. We're working with the county to get those necessary permits in place. For our events, we actually cater in. We have our own. We work closely with Bellamy's in Escondido, who has a master chef.
Oh yeah.
And so we work in partnership with them, and we cater all our events through the Bellamy's restaurant also.
Well, Urban, I see in the future a Disabled Business Persons Association board meeting retreat out towards Bandy Canyon sometime soon.
Yahoo! We would love to host you. We had the MPI of San Diego board meeting last year out at the ranch actually. So we can have meetings, we can host board meetings. We've got facilities to do that, meeting facility rooms, the lodge, which is built in the 1930s with the the structure of the San Diego Pier. Posts are there.
Wow.
A lot of history in that building, and that's where we can host. We've got Wi-Fi available and plenty of room to host meetings.
Why does
well.
that just not sound right? We have this 100 and some odd year old facility, all the history with it, and it has Wi-Fi. Okay?
Well, because we can be modern and still enjoy everything from the past.
Well, I do like it because I'm on Wi-Fi all the time.
Well, yeah, I can't get you off of it. But I would have loved this back in the day when I was in corporate sales, and we would have sales team building weekends and days, where we would go off together and just, and unplug and turn the phones off and just hang out and spend time together and goof off and have fun. So this would be perfect for that. So how would somebody get an event? Would they contact you to get that set up if they're listening and they have a corporate event or a personal wedding or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to find out about kids camps, weddings, events, family reunions, as I say, we can host so many different types of events from 20 people up to
so family
100.
reunions. You have paid referees there.
Absolutely, I've been trained well. But yeah, I mean, anyone listening, if you want to just email into info@bandycanyon.com, then we'll pick up your inquiry and give you a call back.
And you're accommodating to families and young kids and all too, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. In the time we have left, quick question. Hospitality is a really unique industry. People either seem to love it or they hate it. How did you get involved in hospitality in Bandy?
Well, that's an interesting story. I was presented with the opportunity to take up this post with Bandy. When I started out, when I left college, I was actually in the airline business for a number of years. So I was very much involved in customer service. I then actually went into corporate and worked for IBM for over 15 years.
You were an IBMer.
I'm an IBMer.
Wow.
I know.
Andrea's an old Xeroxer.
Yeah.
And how an IBMer ended up with the ranch, I have no idea, but I did. In all honesty, the ranch, I've always dealt with customers in every role that I've had. That's something that I enjoy. When you step onto the property at the ranch, it really does send a chill up your spine. It's just the most tranquil, peaceful environment. And it was just something that it was such a huge departure from the corporate world that I really just jumped at the chance to take on.
Oh, fantastic.
Great.
What has been the biggest challenge?
For me, the biggest challenge is that I'm not here 100%. I split my time between Scotland and the US. Working remotely was not an issue for me because I did it for many years with teams all over the world. That's probably been the biggest challenge for my team, if I'm being honest. But 2 or 3 years down the line, we've made it work and it works well. So, the biggest challenge is really trying to keep the ranch, to preserve the history that's there, bring it up to modern day standards within the remit of what we're permitted to do, and we're so desperate. It's more of a frustration than anything. We want to take it to the next level, and it's not something you can just do overnight. So, but we have a huge opportunity, and we will get there some point.
Oh, you will. And you've got the background and the talent and the skills to make that happen. See, I think that's what you bring to the equation, coming from that corporate area. Because I know what you've had to go through and you've had to push through in your corporate career, because I did it. And so to bring that to the hospitality, I just can't wait to see what happens down the road.
Yeah, well, you know me, and I always have this little light bulb go off in my head whenever I have this great idea. Always. We have been talking forever about putting together, let's call it a reunion of all the close-up guests. For the last 2 years. We've got, about 300 of our local businesses that have been on the show at one point or another. Why don't we consider putting a close-up party out there at the ranch?
Yay! We would love to host you.
And I can think of a few past guests we've had that I'd like to see try to get on a horse.
If we did, we'll try to get some celebrities and all to show up too, to really make it playful.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
So, Urban, will you set another world record on a horse out there at Bandy Canyon?
No. Urban doesn't do horses. But I do party, and if we're going to have a close-up party, that would be a wonderful facility. Yeah. And, I think Bo would just love to come down. Her and horses.
That would just break my little heart.
Somehow you'd struggle through it.
If she's coming down here, or arrange it, find out what its schedule is.
He's talking about Bo Derek.
Oh.
Who Pauline happens to look quite a bit like, by the way,
So,
if I may say
there's
so.
a resemblance in there.
Yeah.
So,
In the final minute or so we have left, what do you want to share about Bandy?
I just want everyone to know that we're there. We're easily located off the 15. Come and visit us. Even if you just want to pop out and just see what the property has. We have a small petting zoo if you want to pop out with your young kids. We've got all the horses. Our staff are fantastic. They're really friendly. They're, open and welcome to talk about the property and walk you through and show you the history that's there. So just come out and see us, and I'm sure that there's something that you may have coming up, whether it's family, business, or whatever, that we can assist you with.
So tell our listeners the website, how they can see more about it and read up more about it.
Sure. Go to www.bandycanyon.com, and again, if you want to send us an email, it's info@bandycanyon.com.
Great. Hey, this has been wonderful. I have all kinds of ideas for Bandy Canyon.
Yay.
So Miss Pauline just had no idea what she was getting into when she volunteered to come down here.
No, she didn't. And I got to squeeze this in the last second. Happy birthday, beautiful lady.
Yes,
thank you.
happy birthday.
And to save grace from my own family, I will not start singing Happy Birthday. Okay?
Oh, thank you. Whew, we're out of time. Time to wrap.
Great. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
This is Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170theanswer.com. Send us a tweet at CloseUpSD or just find our page on Facebook. You can always email me at Barry@closeupsandiego.com. Let me know what you think. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.